Hey guys, so the support on the last two TommyInnit videos that I made have been absolutely stellar, so thank you to literally anybody who has liked, commented, subscribed, shared, all that good stuff. And what made me especially happy was reading some of the comments from people who are big fans of TommyInnit and did not know that this was a problem. People who have left comments letting me know that they've reported accounts that have posted this kind of material that is just incredibly illegal. People letting me know that if they see any material of this, regarding TommyInnit or any other Minecraft YouTubers who are underage, that they will in fact report this. But with that being said, this is still a big issue in these Minecraft communities, and I'm here to talk about some, new things that I've seen and found, and hopefully shed light to anybody who hasn't seen my previous two videos about the situation. And the crazy part is that that my video has been seen by a lot of people when the people who are actually making this NSFW art of TommyInnit have tweeted things like this. Just absolutely straight up pleading guilty, completely disregarding the consent laws, and just exposing themselves to the entire internet as a child predator. And matter of fact, to anybody who thinks the same way that that guy does, I got a new pair of shoes for you. What do you think of these? The unisex child predator indoor soccer shoes. So yeah, these people who are S3-actualizing TommyInnit, this is quite literally how they feel about what they're doing. They have no morals, they have no moral direction or any ethics, and that tweet right there literally proves it. And homie, you've been caught in 4K. I made a video talking about how, people are making S3 actual art of a minor, and your response is, you think I give a shit about age? I would hope so. Not only for, the obvious sake of minors and minor safety and, kids being able to play Minecraft on the internet without 30-year-old men talking about them in an S3 actual way. But, if you obviously don't care about minor safety or have no moral compass left, don't you think that for your own good, you wouldn't want to be posting this publicly for anybody to see? Because, dog, I hate to break it to you, but the moment that any person with legal power sees that tweet and they find out who you are going to jail, okay? You are going to prison. And if there's any justice in this world, or at least if I was in charge, I'm throwing you in Alcatraz, dog. I'm putting you in solitary confinement. I am putting you in a cage under the ocean. And I am throwing away the key to that cage because, dog, you do not deserve fair treatment because you have quite literally broken the fundamental laws that keep our society together. And I hate to break it to anybody who's watching this right now, but that dude is not on his own, okay? There are plenty of others who are just like that person. If not like that person, then objectively worse. For example, we have this person right here saying, please dox TommyInnit and Technoblade also. They are dumbasses. You gotta love the way this guy is using the word dumbass as if that isn't the most ironic thing you could possibly see. Homie, you are the dumbass here. You are the king of dumbass land. You are literally the ruler of Dumbass Island because you have just requested that somebody take illegal measures to obtain private information about a 16-year-old. So if anybody's a dumbass in this situation, it's you. And if it's not you, it's probably your mother, because I'm assuming that she went AFK when you were born and just did not bother to raise you. Because I feel like anybody who was raised with basic principle and basic value knows that the law is not something that you should typically break. We have people drawing pictures of TommyInnit literally being coerced into doing something that he can't legally even do. This person has already chosen to make the awful decision of drawing an S3 actual art of TommyInnit, but then, just in case that wasn't enough, this person just had to make sure that everybody knew who was watching this, all the sick freaks that are pleased by this kind of artwork had to know that this kid was not sober or was under the influence of some sort of narcotic. And yeah, that artwork is vile, but we still got stuff of TommyInnit being literally decapitated with severed limbs, and as gross as this kind of stuff is, it just doesn't make sense to me, at all. None of this really makes sense to me, but you would think that the people who are trying to X3 actualize him probably also wouldn't want him to suffer through extreme pain, because that just doesn't make sense. These people who are trying to romanticize him, even though he's underage, are best friends with the people who actually want this guy's head chopped off in the Middle East. And aren't those two conflicting interests? On one hand, both of them break the law, don't get me wrong, right? And both of them are absolutely disgusting. But on one hand, you have people who are trying to treat him as if he is an adult in, very inappropriate ways. But on the other hand, we have people who are oh yeah, let's get this guy's docs so we can literally kidnap this guy and torture him, which is just straight up conspiracy. You are literally talking about your plans to kidnap this guy and torture him in very lethal ways. And with the people who are trying to X3 actualize sexualize him, you know, I mean, as disgusting and as vile as that might be, you could still kind of see how they are a fan of TommyInnit, you understand? Like, don't get me wrong for a second, that is not how any fan of anybody should be behaving whatsoever, but at the same time, I mean, unlike these other people who are literally wishing for, like, organ failure for TommyInnit and want his head chopped off and are painting him bleeding and stuff, the people who are X3-actualizing him aren't actually trying to kill him. Which one of these two people are worse? I seriously can't tell, because they are both portraying and wishing for things that are just gross. And this shouldn't really be a competition as to which TommyInnit stands or, like, actual insane people are the worst, because all of them are terrible at the end of the day. Another thing that I've seen as a trend in these very disgusting communities that get formed is the trend of people shipping creators with TommyInnit, and most of, if not all, the creators that get quote-unquote shipped with TommyInnit are like above the age of 20. And when I say shipped, I'm literally talking about people who are writing fantasies or, you know, really, really graphic fan fictions of TommyInnit being with these creators. Like, I'm not even gonna finish this one, but it says NSFW of Tommy and Technoblade, Tommy cuffing Technoblade to a bed. Like, I don't even need to read the end of this, but why? And the sad part about this kind of stuff, opposed to the other kind of stuff that I think most people can agree is disgusting, you know, like the, you know, drawing of him bleeding and stuff, and the actual plots to get his docs and stuff, how I think most of us can agree that that's just straight up never okay. There are some people who see the stuff like I just showed you guys, like with the Technoblade and TommyInnit stuff, and there are people who are like, oh my god, well, you know, you can't make fun of that because that's people's, you know, you can't fetish shame them, or you can't blame them for what they're into. I absolutely can, and I absolutely will, because this is just not okay, guys. I mean, you're talking about TommyInnit, a 16-year-old, cuffing a 20-something-year-old Minecraft YouTuber to a bed, and I don't care if that's what you're into, because if that's what you're into, you need to go to jail. I mean, plain and simple, I'm all for respecting people's preferences and what they're into and stuff, you know, I can respect that to an extent, but when you get to the point where you are actually trying to defend P3-ophilia, no. No. And I don't want this video devolving into me explaining why P3-ophilia is bad, because if you seriously don't know why, and you seriously think that that's like a preference, or, you know, you can't blame me for what I'm into, yes, I can, and I will, because you need to be educated, you need to be constrained, and not let in 50 miles of a school zone. Because if you walk into the school zone, okay, and then you start seeing kids, and then you start approaching these kids, and then you start doing other things with these kids that I will not explain, and then you use the excuse, oh, you can't blame me for what I'm into, I will actually call the cops on you. I will throw you down to the ground because you are breaking the law. But yeah, I mean, I feel like most of that goes without saying, but apparently not, because some of the comments, as most of them were good, some of them did voice some incredibly ignorant and frankly dangerous opinions that I feel like I just need to talk about. Guys, you know, these opinions are not good and they are dangerous. But yeah, with that all being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're at all new to the channel. Comment down Spanish if you've made it to the end of this video, and I will go heart your comments. Follow my social medias and join the Discord server, links all in the description below. Special thanks to my channel members for helping me make the content that I want to make. But yeah, with that all being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.